Everyone. Well, in today's video I'm gonna be telling you some movies that you can see. Since it's Christmas, they are Christmas related, so it's about 10 movies and I'm gonna start. I have them written in a piece of paper so I don't forget any of them. So the first one is Home Alone. I guess you all know it, but for those of you that don't, it's about Kevin McAllister. He's a little boy and he's like, he's going away for Christmas, but the morning they all get out of the house to go to the airport. He stays in the house and the family goes away and he's all by himself. And then there's some some robbers. They're trying to get into the house, and he's got like some traps that sets in the house, so those robbers that enter the house are like caught in those traps. And it's like really funny, and I remember seeing it as a little girl and I loved it. It was one of my favorite Christmas movies. So the next one is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I guess you all know it. It's a movie that stars Jim Carrey, I think, and it's about the Grinch that, he lives in a mountain near a city called Whoville, and everyone there is like very, very happy, and he's grumpy and he doesn't like Christmas, so he steals all the presents, and it's very funny too. And the next one is Elf. I don't remember it very much, but I know it's about a grown man that, he was sent to the North Pole as a baby, I think, and so he was raised with elves and he's working as an elf, but since he's a human, he's not very good at his job, so they send him away. And I remember it was quite funny because he's always been in the North Pole and now he's somewhere else. I think they send him to New York. So if you can see it, watch it. The next one is A Christmas Carol. It's a classic. It retells the classic novel by Charles Dickens, and it's about an old man that, like the Grinch, Scrooge, it's his name, he doesn't like Christmas and he's visited by three ghosts, the ghosts of Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas future. And in the end he's like okay with Christmas, he changes, and it's funny, and it's also a good movie to watch, so watch it if you can. The next one is the Santa Claus. It's about a man that's called Scott Calvin, and he accidentally kills Santa Claus, so he has to take his place. And I remember he goes to the North Pole, and he doesn't even believe in Santa Claus, but he starts growing a beard and he starts getting fatter, and I remember it was quite funny too. The next one is a Disney classic for me. It's Frozen. I think you've all seen it, but for those of you who hasn't, it's the time of year to watch it. So and just as I say Frozen, you can watch any other Disney movies like Snow White, Little Mermaid. Even if it's not Christmas related, I think it's a good, there are good movies to watch in Christmas. The next one, the two next ones are from Tim Burton. It's Edward Scissorhands and Nightmare Before Christmas. Edward Scissorhands, it's about a person, Johnny Depp plays a man that has been created by a scientist or something like that, but he forgot to put his hands, and then that person died. So Johnny Depp is, well, Edward has got these scissors instead of hands, and he goes to town and he starts cutting people's hairs, and it's funny and it's also dramatic, and you cry at the end, but I recommend it to you. And Nightmare Before Christmas is a bit like, well, how can I tell you? It's animated, and it's about Jack Skellington and the girl, I don't remember her name, Sally, I think, and she was made of different parts of clothes and all sewn together. And I remember it was about kidnapping Santa Claus, and it's called, well, it's set in Halloween, but it's more like Christmas, so I guess I don't have to tell you what it is about. Just watch it. It's fun, and if you would like to read the comic instead, you can do that. I have the comic in my room, so whether you want to watch the movie or read the comic, you can do both or whatever. And the next one is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and this one is, I think you all know it. It's about a worker, well, the owner of a factory that hasn't been open for a while, and he gives away some chocolates with a golden ticket on them, and the winners get to go to the factory and watch the factory from the inside, and it's very funny, and well, you have to watch it. It's a classic, so you need to watch it. And the next one is Jingle All the Way. I remember I saw it as a little girl, and it was one of the Christmas movies they would always play on TV. It's about Howard and Jamie Langston. It's father and son, and the son wants a toy that's called Turbo Man, but by the time he tells his father, or maybe the father forgot to buy the present, well, by the time he goes to the shop, there is no Turbo Man, and actually he has to compete with another parent that's called Myron, and they all go to the same stores and they race each other, and I don't remember who gets the Turbo Man in the end, but it was funny, it was Christmassy, and so I recommend it. And well, that's all 10 movies. And I would also recommend, since I said that you can watch any Disney movie, I also had written down the Harry Potter movies, because, well, this time of year you don't have to go to school, or you don't have to work as much, and so you can spend time watching the movies that you like, and you can do a marathon of them, and you can watch all the movies from beginning to the end, if you can, without, well, you need to sleep, but you know, you can watch the Harry Potter movies, maybe some other saga that you like. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you know these movies because they are so well known, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!